Business professionals can sometimes bore their audience through the use of their English. And once your audience is bored, you've got a problem. You've lost their interest, you've lost their investment, and most importantly, you've lost their money. Now, there are many specifics to speaking business English. For example, the use of business idioms, business expressions, or office jargon like blue sky thinking or brainstorming. But when it comes to business collocations, they are rarely used. They are not understood properly by the people who should know them and use them the most, business professionals. So, in this video, we're going to be looking at a number of business collocations using two of the most common verbs in the English language, to make and to do. This will enable you to sound more professional without using the same old business idioms, business expressions, and office jargon. Be impressive. Right, let's jump in. The first set of business collocations we're going to look at today concern the verb to do. And these can be heard in all business environments. Right, the first one, to do accounts. And this means to work on the accounts of a business. For example, we must do the accounts before our audit on Monday. To do accounts. The second one is to do business. Now, you've probably heard this one a lot. And this means to enter into a business relationship with another person or another company. For example, I think we should do business with the company in the next building. It could be a mutually beneficial arrangement. The next one we're going to look at is to do a deal or do deals. Now, this means to enter into a business arrangement. For example, I think we should do a deal with a local media agency so we get wider coverage in this particular area. To do a deal. The next one we're going to look at is to do due diligence. Now, this means to carefully look at or carefully review something before making any decisions. For example, ensure you do your due diligence before signing any contracts. The next one you've probably heard of, to do paperwork. Now, this simply means to complete paperwork. For example, I must do the rest of my paperwork before I leave the office for the weekend. And finally, to do research. Now, this means to carry out or undertake checks, analysis, or research. For example, we should do our research on this before we make any bold speculations about market trends. To do research. The next set of business collocations all concern the verb to make. Again, these can be used in any business environment. So the first one is to make an appointment, and this means to arrange an appointment. For example, I would like to make an appointment with your head of marketing to discuss potential advertising opportunities. The next one is to make a calculation. Now, this simply means to perform a calculation. For example, I need to make a few calculations before I consider investing in your product. To make a calculation. The next one is to make a cutback or make cutbacks. Now, this means to reduce the spending of money. For example, due to our poor performance last quarter, we need to make a few cutbacks in order to stay solvent. To make a cutback. The next one is to make a deal. Now, this is exactly the same as to do a deal. It means to enter into a business agreement. For example, we should make a deal with the local newspaper agency so they can advertise our product too. The next one is to make an investment, and this simply means to invest in something. For example, I would like to make an investment in your company. It seems highly profitable. The next one you will have definitely heard of, and that is to make money. And this means to earn a profit. For example, you should always aim to make money in your business. If you're not making money, you don't have a business, you have a hobby. And finally, to make a profit. and this means to earn money from a transaction. For example, did we make a profit on that last transaction or did we lose money? As we've said, using business collocations is one of the best ways to communicate effectively and professionally. Have a good day.